whisper in your ear.
As it was time for Aaron to ship off and go to Concordia and meet some of his closest friends here today, I don't know what hit me, but the second that we pulled back into our street in El Dorado Hills, something just like punched me in the face, and I'm hysterically bawling, and my dad's kind of sitting there looking at me. He's shedding a tear too. My dad's pretty emotional, but he looks at me, and we both just kind of sit there in the driveway, and he goes, "You're gonna miss your big bro." And I take a moment, gather, take a deep breath, and I look my dad in the eye, and I say, "I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get through life without my other soldier dealing with you two crazy parents." So I'll still take the reign for the smart-ass child, excuse my language, but I think I'm winning. I think I'm gonna keep you at 1 tonight, so. But in all honesty, for a toast to breath, to joy, and to love, may we enjoy each breath that we are granted and gifted with each other, and you guys get to spend it next to each other. Oh, shoot. To joy, may you find the joy and positivity out of not only the good times but the bad. There's a lot of growth that can come from that you and I get to share, and we help each other get into obviously an amazing place with loved ones all around us. And the last is to love. May you guys love endlessly, fearlessly, strong, and every day wake up with the choice of love. So, cheers to that.
You can live like a fairy tale, galaxies and midnight roadways, endless where you are. Here among the stars.
I've had my heart broken into, but something's different next to you. It's like my soul is set on fire, but oh, I'm starting to feel tired.
Everything down because I didn't want to miss anything. But as I was kind of sitting here, I was realizing that this toast is really something that should kind of come from right here. So I brought this one too. Aaron is an excellent listener, and Natalie gets to share her passions with him. Natalie is an excellent doer, as I like to call you, and Aaron gets an organized supporter to help make their collective dreams a reality. Anyone that knows Natalie and I, especially those that have known us for a long time, there's many of you here tonight, knows that we did not make the closest of friends when we were young. But as we got older, I realized that one of the reasons I used to get so frustrated was because Natalie lacked the confidence to truly believe in herself and see the difference she made in the world when it was so obvious to everyone else, including myself. Aaron, your kindness, dedication, and spirit are wonderful traits. But what I love absolutely most about you is the way you have supported my sister as she has learned to see in herself what we have seen all along.
Take my hand and say for sure, I can't keep on this road alone. And all this time I thought I knew, but all this time away it's been you. 'Cause I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know. know.
You know, the ceremony of marriage is the first and oldest ceremony in the history of the world, celebrated from the very beginning in the presence of God. Marriage is a gift of God, given to comfort the sorrows of life and to magnify its joys. Aaron and Natalie, your marriage must not stand by the authority of the state, nor by the seal on your wedding certificate, but instead by the strength of your love and the power of your faith in each other and in God. With that, it's time for the vows. Sean, may we have the vows?
Aaron Richard D. Wattville, I would like to say something funny like fancy seeing you here, or who would have thought we'd be standing here together, but I think we both knew this moment was in our future from very early on. I knew the day that you brought N95 masks to school pre-pandemic because you knew I was concerned about one of my students who was having trouble breathing with all the smoke from the wildfires. I knew the many times you dropped everything to take a call or see a friend in need, many of whom are standing behind you right now. I knew the day you participated in room 217's sorting hat ceremony because a bunch of 6-year-olds begged you to do so. I knew the day you sat down to play Crazy Games with my grandma, even though you didn't know playing cards was a favorite pastime of hers. But it's in the moments when you think that nobody is watching that make me fall in love with you over and over again. As you knew, and as I think many expected, every time I tried to sit down and write these, I became very overwhelmed with emotion. While I can't promise to not cry, here are a few promises I can make to you. I promise to watch the daily 49er, Warriors, Sharks, or Giants game, or the ESPN highlights of the games you just watched, and to comfort you when Curry misses the free throw like he did when I was writing these during Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, or when Kittle drops a pass from Jimmy G or Trey Lance, we'll see. And I promise to be a shoulder to cry on when FaZe wins control in the final round to upset Optic. I promise to be a good sport even when you eliminate me from Risk, skunk me in cribbage, take all my resources, or block me with the robber in Catan, block me from getting longest train and ticket to ride, or hit me with the green or red shell in Mario Kart. However, if you hit me with the blue shell in Mario, I might not be able to keep that promise because you and I both know how rare of an occurrence it is for me to be in the lead in Mario Kart. But in all seriousness, I promise to laugh with you, cry with you clearly, and grow with you. I will love you when we are together and when we are apart. I promise to support your dreams and to respect our differences. I promise to be a supportive and loving partner as your wife and one day mother to our children. And when times get tough, I promise to never go to bed angry and to always remember that you are quite the young fella, as 2 wise women once told us. Aaron, I love you 3,000 and I'm so excited to start our forever together.
Natalie, anybody that knows you knows how beautiful your heart is and how much you care for others. I had the privilege to watch you teach one day a few years ago, and that day watching you interact with those kids and seeing you pour your heart out into them showed me what a special gift, but most importantly, heart of love that you have. I knew then even more than I knew that day that there was no other person in the world that I would want to be the mother of my children someday. I am so incredibly grateful, humbled that I found you and you chose me. You are my soulmate. You might ask, how do I know this? I would say because you are my best friend and more. You are the one person that knows me better than anyone. You inspire me to be a better person each and every day. You're the one person that knows me and accepts me for all that I am. More importantly, you believe in me, even when I find it hard to believe in myself. So today, I, Aaron, take you, Natalie, to be my wife, and these things I promise to you. I promise I will be faithful to you and honest with you. I promise I will respect you, trust you, and help you and care for you. I promise I will continue to share my life with you. I promise I will forgive you as we have been forgiven. I promise I will try with you to better understand ourselves, this world, and God through the best and worst of what is to come as long as we both live. I promise I will never, ever stop dreaming with you. I promise to tell you with my words and actions how much I adore every single part about you. I promise I will always encourage and push you to go after all of your hopes and dreams. I promise to always believe in you and help you see the incredible person that you are. But most importantly, I promise I will never ever stop loving you.
Aaron and Natalie, you've come before us and before God, and you've expressed your desire to be husband and wife. You've shown your love and affection by joining hands, having made promises of faith and devotion to each other, having sealed these promises by the giving and receiving of rings. I therefore pronounce that you are husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no man separate. Aaron, you may kiss your bride.
We remember you as a little girl, gazing at the princess wedding dresses on display in downtown Disney on many of our frequent visits to the Magic Kingdom. You would be so starry-eyed trying to choose your favorite. Belle, of course, would always be a front runner. And now, you are the beautiful woman in the beautiful white gown, marrying your life partner. You are such a compassionate, kind, loving person who wears her heart on her sleeve, much like your mother. We are so proud of the fabulous teacher and school administrator that you have become. Your kids are so special to you and you to them. You are an advocate for your students, especially those who need your tender guidance. There are actually a few of your kiddos here with us tonight.
We know how important marriage and having a family are to you, and we are so happy that you have found your life partner in Aaron. Aaron, you know what a tough bunch we can be. It's not easy to join a family with such a dry sense of humor, but you've taken it in stride and learned to play along. Well, most of the time. We see how protective and supportive you are of Natalie and how you encourage her in her personal and career goals. You are always checking in with her to make sure that she's doing okay. Listen intently as she gives you the recap of her often very challenging days at work. And of course, making sure to avoid hangry Natalie. Yeah. Aaron, we want to officially welcome you to the family. And starting today, cribbage is cutthroat.